Hello everyone, welcome back to Ubi's Tips. Now on this channel, I take complex topics and I'll break them down in 6 minutes or less. Now today we'll be discussing the amazing history of time zones and the significance of Greenwich Mean Time, aka GMT. Now, have you ever wondered why we have different time zones across the world? Well, it all started with the development of accurate clocks and the invention of the railroad. Now with the form of fast travel, the people needed to coordinate activities across different regions. Now people have known for a very long time that the world is round, and that is daytime on different parts of the earth at different time. Now this didn't really matter because at the time, traveling on foot, ship, or horse, you move so slowly that you don't realize the difference in time. Hey, so in the 17th century, accurate clocks were becoming more common. However, they were still a big problem. Each town and city had its own local time, which made it difficult to coordinate activities across different regions. It became common practice of factory owners buying clocks that intentionally ran slow during the day so that workers would have to work 10.5 hours while only believing they only worked 10. Talking about cheapskates. Now, in the early 1800s, trains were becoming a popular mode of transportation. However, there was still a problem. Each town and city had its own local time, which made it difficult to schedule train departures and arrivals. This led to confusion and accidents. SMH. Now, imagine this. Imagine that you are a train conductor in the 1800s. You're trying to schedule a train journey from one city to another, but you're not sure what time it is in the other cities, so you have to rely on your local time, which can vary from just a few minutes to even hours. This means it's difficult to coordinate train schedules. Now, to solve this problem, the astrometers, I can't say the word, astrometer, began to use the positions of the stars to select the standard time. They chose the Royal Observatory in Greenwich, England as a reference point for the standard time. This is because the observatory was located on the prime meridian, which is a line of longitude that passes through Greenwich. They used the observator's telescopes to make accurate measurements of the stars and determine the time based on their positions in the sky. Now, a Canadian railroad engineer named Sir Stanford Fleming proposed a system of standard time zones. Since there are 24 hours in a day, he suggested dividing the world into 24 time zones, each 1 hour apart from the next. Now, this would make it a lot easier to schedule train travel and avoid accidents. You think? Kind of an obvious thing now, but... So, Fleming's proposal was based on the idea of a universal day, which would be the same for everyone across the whole world. He suggested that the universal day should begin at midnight at the prime meridian. This would become the reference point for all time zones. So, in 1884, the U.S. President Chester A. Arthur called for an international conference which was held in Washington, D.C. to discuss Fleming's proposal. This conference would agree to adopt a system of standard time zones, and the world was divided into 24 time zones. So over time, countries began to adopt their own time zones based on their geographic location and political boundaries. For example, the United States has 6 time zones. Yes, you heard me correct, 6 time zones. They are the Eastern, Central, Mountain, Pacific, Alaska, and Hawaii time zones. While China, while it's huge, only has 1 time zone. Some countries like India has half-hour time zones, better to align with their geographic location. So confusing. Now, for the 19th century, GMT became even more important with the development of telegraph. Now, the telegraph made it possible to send messages across distances almost instantaneously, but it became a standard time to coordinate messages. Now, GMT became a standard time for telegraph and eventually for all forms of communication. Time zones may seem like a small thing, but they have such a big impact on the way you travel, communicate, and do business across the world. So there you have it. History of time zones. Thanks for all for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos like this. Oh, it's hot!